Welcome back, everybody, to Making Money with AI. James and I are here excited to share with you some of the more interesting ways that people can make money with AI. And, one of the things that I'm just really in love with is Midjourney. I've been just amazed at how you could take just a few words typed into a prompt and make these incredible images. In fact, the image I have here in my background was made with Midjourney just before we started these videos. So you can make images that are either very photorealistic, or you can make them in watercolor style. You can make them in the style of a particular artist, like Van Gogh, for example. You can make them conceptual. You can make the specific colors that you want. It's incredible what you can do, and you don't have to be a graphic artist. All you have to do is tell Midjourney what you want, and then do it. And with just knowing a little bit about the prompts that you can use, educating yourself really quickly about how to do this correctly, but with just a little bit of knowledge, you can come up with some incredible imagery. James, today we want to talk about Fiverr, because Fiverr is such an incredible marketplace for things, especially related to images. What are your thoughts on using Fiverr plus some of these image tools?
Yeah, so I think at this point in time, and Dave, if you want to bring up Fiverr,
yeah,
if you want to, Fiverr is one of many websites, but it's a specific site that you can go to either purchase something, service typically. In fact, it literally says at the top, what service are you looking for? Or you could be on the other side of selling that service. And what's great about AI at this point in time is that a lot of people are on Fiverr searching for different services, but they're not realizing that it could be done with AI. So what you're doing here is you're using the power of AI for many different service options, namely creating photos, editing photos, creating blog content, creating content in general, providing advice, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What I would recommend doing, and maybe you want to do a quick search for that, Dave, search for like image editing, let's just say, or anything like that. If you do a search for that, you're going to see, and this is what I'd recommend you do. So if we put in image editing, just as a real quick option here, we're going to see that there's people on here that are willing to edit your photos. And some of them are $5, some of them are $35, some of them are more. So if you look at the one on the upper right there, it says, I will do any portrait editing, image retouch, and they have 58 reviews, so they've had a lot more sales than that, but they've had 58 views. So let's just say they've had, I don't know, 1 out of every 4 people that have reviewed, okay? Mm-hmm. So they have 1 out of every 4 review. If they have 58 people paying 35, 58 times 35, no, excuse me, 58 times 4, rough estimate. So 232 people times $35, quick numbers here. If we assume 1 out of 4 did a review, that's $8,000, over $8,000 they've brought in to touch up an image, which is something that can be easily done with a whole host of different AI programs. So my point being is that someone that sees a listing like that's like, oh, I'd like an image retouched, or I would like something created, an image created, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say there's a whole bunch of different things. Like go up, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, Dave, you go up there and do a search for like painting.
Before we do that, look at this example. This person has over 1,000 at $20. So that's 20,000
reviews. I think that's reviews, not sales.
Yeah,
so
that's just reviews. So $20,000 just in reviews, let's say times 4, right? That's $80,000 this person has made just editing images in Photoshop, or what you could do with AI image software.
So think about this, Dave. I mean, if you really want to get crazy with it, and that's just one listing, okay? I mean, I'm not saying you have to get into image editing, but let's just say we're going to do something similar to that. We're going to be a competitor for that person, and we're going to say, I will edit your image for you, or however you want to frame it.
Right.
And you have a tool that's out there, an image editing tool. You could then pay someone in a foreign country a very little money, and you tell them the process that you want them to do. They have no idea that you're providing the service on Fiverr. So you're paying someone $2 a pop to do this action that you're telling them, go to this AI platform.
Right.
I'm gonna put these images on Google Drive for you.
Yep.
Free tool, Google Drive. Whenever you see an image, I want you to do this action. and you're just pasting in whatever is being said in Fiverr, and they're doing it. And so you're paying them $2 a pop and you're making $20 a pop. You're not doing any work.
That's amazing.
That's just a real quick analysis of what could be done in this one particular niche of about 20,000 on Fiverr.
And by the way, this is not just an idea that James has. This is an actual arbitrage that people are doing all day, every day on Fiverr. Okay, people are doing this. They've got either one person or a couple people that they've hired part-time or on a piecemeal basis to do image editing, and then they offer the gig here on Fiverr, right? And by the way, the other thing I wanted to mention is, as James just mentioned, that's just one. What about background removal? Like, I know in Canva, you could go into canva.com, pop the image in, and remove the background in seconds. So if
that's just one of many. And that's the thing, right. There's so many different tools. And so you might not start out that way. You might just say, well, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use an AI tool. It takes me 2 seconds. I'll do it myself. And once you get going with it, then you pay someone else to do it. So some people might say, well, gosh, I don't want to hire someone in a foreign country. Like, that seems like a daunting task, which it's not, because there's all kinds of places like Upwork, people for hire. There's many different websites where you can go get people for very cheap. Mm-hmm. But the point is that you're creating this literal money-making machine using the power of AI to do the work. A lot of these people may be using AI, but I doubt it. The majority of these people, when it says, I will do any photo portrait editing, they're literally editing that themselves. Right. And that might take them an hour's work. And they're saying, that hour's work, I'm willing to get paid $35 for that. And they're happy to do that. But see, when you use the tool from AI, it's taken 2 seconds.
Exactly.
2 seconds of work, but you're given the same result that took someone else an hour. And so you're going to be able to make this happen much quicker. You're going to be able to beat that other person because you're going to give it to someone. Oh my gosh, I got this back from them an hour later, not a day later from this person, or 2 days later. You see?
Right.
Speed, the power that you can have from this.
That is one of the biggest benefits of AI is speed, a reduction of friction. Not only, check this out, not only can you turn that deal quicker, let's use that term, turn that deal, or close the deal, make the deal happen quicker, right? But you get paid quicker, because if you can deliver in an hour and then they review it and they approve it, now you got paid. You got paid in an hour, right? Whereas if it took you several hours or several days to deliver on some of these things, and some of these things do take days, that's just that much longer you've got to wait to get paid. But imagine if you can speed up the number of deals that you can do and speed up how quickly you get paid, you're just making so much more money.
I just want to say, people pay for speed.
People do pay for speed. That's true. And by the way, on these deals, typically, like this says starting at, okay, let's look at this one really quick. So you have basic, standard, and premium, right? Basic is 1-day delivery. Premium might be, well, this one's still 1-day delivery, but a lot of these, they'll charge more for faster delivery.
Right.
Right. So that's another benefit of being on Fiverr, is you can charge more for faster delivery, and you can deliver faster because you're using AI and they're not. So I want to share something that I just noticed, James, and we're doing this on the fly, but we were in the graphics and design, right? We're in the graphics and design, and look at this new category, AI artists. Let's take a look at that really quick. I will create a LoRa file of your choice, stunning concept art with Midjourney. Stunning concept art starting at $25. So guys, here's something interesting to think about, okay? I actually have a degree in design, drafting and design. So I've always been very visually oriented, and I love the idea of creating images in Midjourney. Now, if I didn't have anything else going on, like, I've got my businesses and everything, so I don't have the time to do this, but if I didn't have anything else going on, or if I wanted to just do this as a hobby, I might put a gig up like this and actually just get paid to learn how to do Midjourney better, right? Yeah, I'd be getting paid to have fun playing around with Midjourney, coming up with examples for these customers, and get paid $25, $75.
Look at that, Dave. I will create stunning concept art using Midjourney. Okay, starting at $75. Well, basically everything that comes out of Midjourney is stunning art.
Exactly.
So I mean, they're just like, I'll make stunning art. Well, yeah, absolutely you can. And you will with Midjourney, but it takes you 2 seconds. So that's just, and so it's funny, but again, that's the reality of where we are, is that most people, they just look at this and they're like, oh, this is really cool. Look at some of the artwork this person has made. They don't
Yep.
know about this tool. They don't understand this tool. Someone that's watching this channel, they may be fully immersed in AI like we are, but 99% of the world is not. You see,
Exactly.
so you really have to wrap your head around that, is that you start getting into this AI and you see all this cool stuff's happening. The rest of the world's going to take them years to catch up. And that's where you have the benefit, is that you can use these new tools that are coming out, make crazy profit. Again, look at that, $75, take you 2 seconds to make a crazy image. Hey, you know, a lot of people don't get paid $75 an hour. Okay. Let's just say most people don't do that. That might be 3, 4, 5 hours work for someone, but you can now get paid for 2 seconds. And so people just don't realize that's possible, but absolutely is.
And by the way, just so you get a sense of the types of art that you could create with Midjourney, if you go to midjourney.com/showcase, you can see some of their curated images that they've pulled from the community. And this is unbelievable what you can see. I want to showcase this, since we're talking about Fiverr and AI, and Midjourney being, in my opinion, the best AI image creator so far, right? We don't know what's coming down the road.
That's the key word, so far.
So far. But look at this. Look at what I want you to see here is the variety of styles available. Okay. So this is a very arty style. This is a very conceptual style. This is a futuristic style. This is a watercolor style. This is also like cinematic style. This is more like almost like a sculpture. Same here, almost like a sculpture. This is kind of almost like a Pixar style. Transformers, etc. Look at this art. I mean, it's incredible. And by the way, the people who created this art were not graphic designers, most of them, in my opinion, or not even photographers. They just simply typed a few things. And by the way, you can look at what they typed in. Superman, pop art, collage art, colorful, creative, vivid, imaginative, illustrative, highly detailed, realistic, hand-drawn. In other words, this is something you could type into Midjourney. Right? Or this example, Pixar style, cute little girl lying in bed, dreaming, excited, happy. This is something you could type into Midjourney. What I want to do is demystify Midjourney for you and go, wow, I don't have to know all the different things about design. I don't have to be an artist. All I have to do is type in the things that my, let's say, Fiverr client told me they want. They tell me what they want. I type it into Midjourney and I get this incredible imagery. And so back to the point that you were making, James, which I think is really key, is this person's charging $75 and can charge $75. They have 39 reviews, right? They can charge $75 simply because what I call knowledge arbitrage.
Exactly.
Knowledge arbitrage is, I don't know anything about Midjourney. I don't know anything about concept art. I don't know anything. I'm not a designer. I'm going to pay a professional. And then this person may not be a professional, but they know about Midjourney and they know about AI, creating incredible art. And that difference between this person not knowing anything about Midjourney and this person knowing Midjourney, a little bit about Midjourney, is the $75 spread, right? This person that doesn't know anything about it could, with a little bit of learning, go in and do it. But here's the thing: A, they don't want to. B, they don't have the time. C, they think they're not tech enough. D, who knows, any number of excuses or reasons, right? Or they just don't care to learn it. They're in a hurry and they want high quality. And so they go and look at this person's portfolio and they're like, heck yeah, this is amazing. And they don't realize it's the AI doing the bulk of the work.
Or they might not care. I mean, look at this.
Or they might not care.
I think there's a lot of opportunity in being in the categories that are not AI.
Right.
But at the same time, this is an AI category, and there's so many opportunities for you to over deliver. Someone might say, I will create an image for you. Well, guess what? You go into Midjourney and make them 5 images. I ordered 1 and this guy gave me 5.
Exactly.
It took me an extra half a second to get 5, you know? So you can just make customers so happy. And that's just us talking about art. And I think, Dave, maybe we'll go into another video another time talking about some of these other options, but that's just one specific niche, one specific area of this particular site that you could have a whole business on.
Yeah. Okay. This should blow your mind. What James is saying is so true. We're just looking at art on Fiverr. But if you look at art on Fiverr, I'm hovering over graphics and design. I want you to look at all these different places where you could create art. We were in the AI artists section, right? But look at all these different places. You could create landing page design using Midjourney. You could create social media post design using Midjourney. You could create web banners. You could create signs, although it still needs help with text and whatnot, but you could do that in Photoshop.
You could do a whole bunch of things, Dave. You could do things like, you could get into physical products. You could start selling mugs, T-shirts, hats, et cetera, for any different thing. Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all just creating images from one of these tools that are out there.
Right. And so the point is, this is just one website, Fiverr.com, with, I don't know how many, maybe 100 subcategories where you can use Midjourney to create a brochure, a flyer, a catalog, etc. Just one website. In this channel, we're going to be talking about many different websites where you can apply the same AI image tool and other tools. And so it just boggles the mind. One tool, Midjourney, and you can create gigs in all these different categories. Pattern design. Did you know you could create patterns in Midjourney? Cartoons, piece of cake in Midjourney. Tattoo design, piece of cake, easy. Game art, all this stuff is doable. And so the opportunity is ridiculous. T-shirt design. The opportunity is just ridiculous to be able to do this. So that's what we wanted to share with you today. As you can see, they're already on to the AI world. But I think, personally, James, and I agree with you, I think the opportunity is greater outside of this world where people don't know that you're using Midjourney.
That's right.
And you're coming out with mind-boggling imagery, and they love you for it. They give you high reviews, high praise. Like you said, you give them 5 designs where they just ordered one, and they love it. And if you know how to use Midjourney, and they say, oh, you know what, I like this, but I don't like this, you just go back in and you modify your prompt. And in seconds, you've got it done, right? So I think we did a pretty good job covering that. Again, one tool, over 100 different gigs you could do with one tool on one website. We're going to be sharing other websites where you can use Midjourney. So it should blow your mind, like it's blowing my mind right now.
It's insane, and it's for a lot of people, their hang up is, I don't know what I could do. I don't know what businesses are out there. Blah 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 blah. We're not at that point, and that's what we want you to be with this channel. It's not about is there opportunity. It's just which opportunity do you want to go after, and then you can crush it. And there's never been a quicker, easier time with basically no money in many cases for you to get in the game and start making things happen. So hopefully you're getting excited off these videos, and I'm getting excited myself. So that's what's so great about this is Dave and I are so excited to show this opportunity for you guys and keep bringing that value. Let people know about this channel. Dave, I'm sure, is going to say like and subscribe, but let people know about this channel and let people know that we're bringing some real heat to these videos, and we're making a difference.
Yeah, and very soon we're going to have the ability to buy our AI newsletter, which is a monthly newsletter. We'll put that in the description below. So it may not be there when you first see this video, but a little later we're going to put it in all our descriptions, and you'll be able to get the latest, hottest information that James and I find, because we are always forward thinking, we're always forward looking, we're always seeing what's on the horizon as far as ways to make money with AI. So very excited to bring this content to you. Stay tuned. It's only going to get better. We'll see you guys next time.